Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Let's be honest, we've all felt stuck at some point. You know that feeling, right? Like you're capable of amazing things, but something's holding you back. Maybe it's that little voice inside your head whispering, "You're not ready," or "What if you fail?" Well, guess what? That voice is a liar. Today we're diving into Do the Impossible by productivity powerhouse Thibaut Meurisse, a book that's basically a sledgehammer for those mental barriers. We're talking 5 game-changing lessons to help you conquer self-doubt, master your mindset, and unleash the unstoppable force you already have inside. Get ready to rewrite your story. Let's get real. The biggest obstacle standing between you and your dreams isn't a lack of talent, resources, or even time. It's that 3 pounds of goo between your ears. Your mindset. We all have those self-sabotaging thoughts. I'm not good enough, I'm not ready yet, but here's the thing. Your brain is hardwired to resist change. It loves comfort zones, even if those zones are keeping you stuck. The good news? You can reprogram your mindset. Think of it like upgrading your operating system from dial-up to high-speed internet. It's time to ditch the limiting beliefs and install some empowering truths. You are capable of incredible things, and it all starts with believing it. One of the most powerful things you can do is shift your language. Every time you catch yourself thinking, "I can't," immediately challenge that thought with, "How can I can't start that business." Nope, try this, "How can I start that business?" See the difference? It's subtle but powerful. Instead of focusing on the roadblocks, you're forcing your brain to look for solutions. And trust me, solutions are always there. Remember, the impossible is just a story you've been telling yourself. It's time to rewrite that story with a bold new narrative. Visualization isn't just some woo-woo concept, it's a powerful tool for rewiring your brain. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself achieving your goal. But here's the key, don't just visualize the outcome, visualize the process. What steps do you need to take? What challenges might you face? And when you inevitably encounter discomfort along the way, don't shy away from it. Embrace it. Discomfort is a sign of growth. It means you're pushing past your limits and stepping into your power. Okay, let's talk about motivation for a second. How many times have you said, "I'll start when I feel more motivated"? We've all been there, right? Here's the truth, bomb. Motivation is a myth. It's not the magic ingredient you've been waiting for. In fact, it's often the result of action, not the cause. Waiting for motivation to strike is like waiting for a unicorn to deliver a pizza. It's not going to happen. The key is to stop waiting and start doing. Now I know what you're thinking, you don't understand, I'm just not a motivated person. Listen, I get it. But here's the thing. You don't need to be a motivation machine to take action. Start small. Commit to just 5 minutes of focused action towards your goal. That's it, 5 minutes. Anyone can do anything for 5 minutes. The beauty of this is that momentum creates more momentum. Once you start moving, it's easier to keep going. Remember, this isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Focus on making small, sustainable changes that you can stick with over time. A 1% improvement every day might seem insignificant in the moment, but it compounds over time, leading to massive results. So ditch the all-or-nothing mentality and embrace the power of consistency. Remember, you don't need confidence to start, you gain confidence by starting. Alright, let's talk about quitting. It's a word that often carries a negative connotation, doesn't it? But what if I told you that quitting, when done strategically, can be one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal? Yeah, you heard me right. Quitting isn't always about failure or giving up. Sometimes it's about making a smart choice. We're diving into the art of strategic quitting. This means knowing when to let go of something that's no longer serving you, so you can focus on what truly matters. Now before you click away thinking, "Have you lost it?" Hear me out. This isn't about throwing in the towel when things get tough. It's about making room for growth and new opportunities. It's about recognizing that sometimes to win the war, you gotta lose a battle. It's about being smart with your resources. It's about recognizing that sometimes to win the war, you gotta lose a battle. And that's okay, it's a part of the journey. We live in a culture that glorifies the hustle, the grind, the never give up mentality. But this mindset can be exhausting and unsustainable. But here's the truth, you can't do it all, and you shouldn't have to. It's important to prioritize and focus on what truly aligns with your goals and values. You only have so much time and energy. These are finite resources, and how you choose to spend them can make all the difference in your life. And if you're constantly spreading yourself thin, trying to please everyone and chase every shiny object, you'll never have enough left for what truly matters. You'll end up feeling burnt out and unfulfilled. That's where strategic quitting comes in. It's about making conscious decisions to let go of what's not working, so you can invest your energy in what does. It's about being ruthlessly honest with yourself about what's serving you and what's holding you back. This self-awareness is crucial for personal growth. It's about identifying the energy vampires in your life, the habits, the tasks, the relationships that are draining you dry and leaving you feeling depleted. These are the things that hold you back from reaching your full potential. So often we hold on to things out of guilt, obligation, or the fear of what others might think. But these reasons are not enough to justify the toll they take on your well-being. But remember, you are not responsible for other people's expectations. You have the right to make choices that are best for you. Your energy, your time, your life, those are precious resources. Treat them with the respect they deserve. You get to choose how you spend them. So, be intentional, be strategic, and don't be afraid to quit the things that no longer serve you. Your future self will thank you. So how do you know what to quit? It's not always easy to identify the things in our lives that drain us. Sometimes these energy vampires are disguised as obligations or even opportunities. Start by asking yourself some tough questions. Reflect on your daily activities and interactions. What are you currently tolerating in your life that you wouldn't choose if you had the chance to start over? Think about the commitments and routines that have become more of a burden than a joy. What commitments are you clinging to out of guilt or obligation rather than genuine passion? Are there social events you attend just to keep up appearances or tasks you take on because you feel you should? Think about the things you do that leave you feeling drained, resentful, or unfulfilled. These are clear signs that something needs to change. Maybe it's that extra volunteer commitment you took on, even though your plate was already overflowing. Volunteering is great, but not at the expense of your own well-being. Or that side hustle that's sucking up all your free time but barely bringing in any income. Sometimes what seems like a good idea can turn into a drain on your resources. It could even be a relationship that's no longer serving you. Relationships should uplift and support you, not weigh you down. Look, I'm not saying ditch your friends and family at the first sign of trouble, but it's okay to set boundaries and prioritize your own well-being. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. The key is to be honest with yourself. Self-reflection is crucial in identifying what truly matters to you. Don't be afraid to admit that something isn't working, even if you've invested a lot of time, energy, or money into it. It's better to make a change now than to continue down a path that leads to burnout and dissatisfaction. Now, I know what you're thinking. Quitting is scary. The very thought of it can send shivers down your spine. It's like standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down at the unknown below. And you're right, it can be. The fear of the unknown, the fear of disappointing others, and the fear of failure can all be paralyzing. It takes courage to say no, to disappoint people, and to stand firm in your decisions. It's not just about uttering the word, it's about embracing the power behind it. To let go of something you've been holding on to for a long time can feel like releasing a part of yourself. But in that release, there's a profound sense of liberation. But trust me, the freedom and clarity you'll gain on the other side is well worth the initial discomfort. It's like stepping into a wide-open field after being confined in a small room. Remember, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. It's a delicate balance, a constant negotiation with yourself. You're saying no to more time with your family, more time for yourself, and more time to nurture the relationships that truly matter. More time to pursue your passions, to engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. These are the moments that make life rich and meaningful. So, start being intentional about what you're saying yes to. Reflect on your choices, and prioritize what truly aligns with your values and goals. Think of it this way. Strategic quitting isn't about giving up. It's about making space for something better, something that resonates with your true self. It's about making room for growth, for new opportunities, and for the things that genuinely excite you. It's like planting seeds in a garden, knowing they'll bloom into something beautiful. It's about clearing the path so you can focus on your true priorities and create a life that truly lights you up. Imagine the satisfaction of reaching the peak of a mountain after a long hike. Remember, you are capable of extraordinary things. Your potential is limitless, but you need to channel it wisely. But you can't do it all. So choose wisely. Plan your route, decide your path, and be mindful of your choices. And don't be afraid to quit the things that are no longer serving you. Embrace the power of no, and watch your life transform. Alright, let's talk about accountability. We all know willpower is a fickle friend, right? 1 minute it's there, the next it's checked out, probably hanging with procrastination and a bag of chips. So what's the secret sauce? It's called forced accountability, and it's about setting up systems that keep you on track, even when your willpower throws in the towel. Think of it like this. Willpower is like trying to muscle your way through a locked door. Forced accountability is like finding the key, unlocking the door and strolling right through. It's about making it easier to do the hard things and harder to quit. One of the most powerful ways to leverage forced accountability is through public commitment. Tell your friends, family, even post it on social media, shout it from the rooftops. Why does this work? Because nobody wants to be the person who talks a big game but doesn't deliver. When you make a public declaration, you activate this inner drive to prove you're serious, to show up and make it happen. And hey, even if you stumble, having that public support system can be the difference between giving up and getting back on track. Remember, we rise by lifting others, and sometimes we need a little lift ourselves. Now let's kick things up a notch with consequences. This is about raising the stakes, making it hurt a little if you don't follow through. For example, promise yourself that if you miss a workout, you'll donate money to a cause you support. Sounds crazy, right? But trust me, it works. Our brains are wired to avoid pain, and knowing there's a consequence for inaction can be a powerful motivator. And finally, find yourself an accountability partner, someone who's also striving for greatness and will hold you to your word. This could be a friend, a mentor, a coach, even a therapist. The key is to have someone who will call you out on your BS, celebrate your wins, and help you get back up when you fall. Let's talk about the big bad F word, failure. We're conditioned to fear it, avoid it, pretend it doesn't exist. But here's a radical thought. What if failure isn't the enemy? What if, instead of a dead end, it's actually a detour sign, pointing us in a new direction? See, most people see failure as this big, scary monster that crushes dreams and steals joy. But successful people? They see failure for what it truly is, data. It's feedback, it's information, it's a chance to learn, adjust, and come back even stronger. The problem isn't failure itself. It's how we react to it. We wallow in self-doubt, blame ourselves, and let that inner critic run wild. But here's the thing. Beating yourself up doesn't solve anything. It just keeps you stuck in a cycle of shame and inaction. So instead of asking yourself, what's wrong with me? Try this instead. What can I learn from this? See the difference. It's subtle, but powerful. By shifting your focus from self-judgment to curiosity, you open yourself up to the lessons hidden within every setback. Here's the beautiful thing about failure. It gives you a chance to pivot. Think about it. If something isn't working, why keep banging your head against the wall? Instead of clinging to a sinking ship, successful people adjust their sails. They take the lessons they've learned, reassess their goals, and pivot in a new direction. Remember, the path to success is rarely a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and unexpected detours, but it's in those detours that we often discover hidden opportunities and forge new paths we never even knew existed. So there you have it, 5 lessons to start doing the impossible. If this resonated, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our book breakdowns. Let me know in the comments, which lesson are you applying first? And if you want deeper strategies, grab Meurisse's book, link below. Remember, the impossible is just a mindset. It's a challenge waiting for you to rise to the occasion. So go out there, embrace the unknown, and prove to yourself that you are capable of extraordinary things. Until next time, keep pushing your limits. See you in the next video.